Mosque.
Thank you very much.
Leave your message.
Great.
Community is here.
Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. To begin, salam. Salam. I do have an Urdu book on my desk in Westminster, in my office, the House of Commons, but it's been sitting there for the last year and a half, and I've just been lazy. I should be learning Urdu because it doesn't look too difficult, I must say. So hopefully the next time I come back, I'll be able to say a kind of few sentences in what a lot of people here can speak. I would like to first of all thank you very much to Mufti Mohammed because we've been working very closely over the last couple of years, and I enjoy every single time I come to the mosque here. And I just want to speak for a few minutes. I'll be very brief because whenever a politician, I think, gets up and says he's going to make a speech to you, you think, oh goodness, it's going to last for half an hour or 1 hour, but I will keep it very short and very brief. And the three things I want to say are A, B, C, essentially. On A, I'd just like to give an update on, I'll not go into politics too much, but recently I've been selected and elected to be the chair in the House of Commons for the all-party parliamentary group on Afghanistan. So I'm leading in the House of Commons on the Afghanistan issue. I know this is very important for friends here who have family in Pakistan, and the relationship over many hundreds of years between Afghanistan, Pakistan and the wider region. I spoke in the House of Commons 2 or 3 days ago on the issue of Afghanistan, and I made the point to the Minister that Western governments have got Afghanistan very wrong. They got Afghanistan policy wrong last year. We got the policy in Afghanistan wrong 10 years ago, and indeed 20 years ago as well. So I do think we have to change our approach in the West and in the UK in how we work with partners such as Afghanistan, but indeed in Pakistan in the months and years to come. I look forward on that point to visiting Pakistan at some point. I did a few months ago meet with Senator Hussain, Mushahid Hussain, who's senator in Islamabad and from Lahore, and then I also met with the former Labour MP Sawar, who is now the governor of Punjab in Pakistan. So I met with him as well 2-3 months ago, and he has invited me to come to Pakistan. I'm really looking forward on that because I spent much of my career working in the Foreign Office. I was based in Asia for almost 15 years, much of my career in China. So I'm a Mandarin, Chinese speaker, and I know again how important the relationship is between Pakistan and China on the economic corridor. Also, so that's the first point I want to make. The second one is around Bolton itself and community, and I think it's absolutely fantastic what you have been doing, Mufti, for the community here, and what's been an incredibly difficult time over the last 2 years. I know how difficult it's been for everyone. I've spoken with many of you here by email and by phone. You haven't been able to come in the same way as you were originally because of the pandemic and COVID-19, but thankfully, and it's great to see such great numbers here today, that we are able to get back together as a community in Bolton, and especially because I truly believe this, and sorry if I'm repeating myself from people who have met me before, but religion is such an important part of our community. It's such an important part of humanity, and I say that as someone who was born and grew up in Northern Ireland, which in the whole of the UK it's still a place which practices religion very intensely, although it's Christianity and not the religion today we're taking part in with Islam. But I grew up in a family that was very dedicated to religion. My mum prays every morning to this day for 1 hour every single morning. She's never drunk in her life, she's never smoked, I've never heard her curse, I've never heard her say a bad thing about another person, and that's because of how important religion is for her and our community. So where some people maybe see religion as a problem in society or a problem in Bolton, I actually think that everyone here is doing an amazing job, and keep it up because it keeps the community so strong, and especially in what has been a very difficult time over the last 2 years. So please continue on. I will be back again. The last point I'll make just before finishing is to say that I know friends who live close by in Halliwell or in Crumpton, is that in recent times there has been in certain parts of our town an increase in crime. I will be holding a crime forum, which I would love to invite people here to. It'll be an open session. We'll have the ability to bring 100, 200 people there. You'll get to meet with the police, and if you think there's issues that you see in the surrounding area, whether it's drugs or crime or violence, then please do come to that. It will be in Halliwell, so it'll be very easy for you to get to. And just last but not least, I will be here for the next period of time. I'll probably be at the back of the hall, so if at the office, exactly. And if anyone would like to meet with me one-to-one, if you have some personal issues, then please do come. I would love to meet with you as well. But again, just on closing, thank you so much. Thank you for everything you'll be doing, and thank you very much, Mufti Muhammad, as well.
I'm just asking you, our government doing very nice job how you are going to Afghanistan. But at the moment, Afghanistan government is very, very struggling with poor people, with the food or everything. Can you do something for the poor people in Afghanistan?
Absolutely, sir. And this is where I have a problem currently with. I'm okay talking politics, you sure? Because this is what I was saying in the House of Commons, is we had a former Conservative Member of Parliament, Rory Stewart, who spent a long time in Afghanistan. And he made the point this week is that the coalition armies, the Western armies, were spending about $130 billion, I think it was, every year in Afghanistan on military. But now we're not able to bring together 5% of that amount to help people who are starving, in humanitarian crisis, and it's not good enough. Like what we're doing at the moment is not good enough. So we have to find ways to get the humanitarian aid to the people in Afghanistan, because people already, it's already a crisis, it's already a famine, and there's children and there's young people starving. We've seen the pictures of that, sir. So we have to be more pragmatic. We have to work with more countries in order to deliver that, because we have a responsibility. You know, we've spent the last 20 years in Afghanistan, the UK and the United States, and I don't think that we can just leave it and think that it's no longer our problem. That's not the case. So we have absolutely a duty to help the people in Afghanistan as well. So,
हमारी कम्युनिटी के कोई मसाइल हों किसी किस्म की जो आप इनसे डिस्कस करना चाहें in our community, Mark is here. किसी का कोई सवाल हो, कोई आप चाहें कि हमारे इलाके में ये प्रॉब्लम है, ये परेशानी है, आप उसका हल चाहते हैं. थैंक यू मार्क.
thank you.
मार्क अभी यहाँ ऑफिस में बैठेंगे. जुम्मे के बाद अगर आप पर्सनली मिलना चाहें, कोई आपके मसाइल हैं, कोई डिस्कस करना चाहें, तो ये आपको ये यहाँ मौजूद होंगे. हमारे इलाके के जो काउंसलर हैं मुझे यहाँ नजर आ रहे हैं, अख्तर जमान साहब, वो भी मौजूद हैं. तो कोई भी आपको परेशानी हो, प्रॉब्लम हो, किसी किस्म की इलाके के अंदर आप चाहते हैं कि ये काम हमारा MP इसकी काम जिम्मेदारी है, ये कर सकें, तो ये यहाँ आए हैं, तो हम इनको वेलकम करते हैं, अप्रिशिएट करते हैं. prayer. We'll meet with you.
And at the back as well, yeah, great. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Take care. Enjoy prayers. Thank you now.
Thank you.
Cheers.